أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. We continue in Al-Kaba'ir, the major sins, and we have started yesterday about talking about zina, about uquq al-walidayn. We finished about zina and we started about talking about uquq al-walidayn. Uquq al-walidayn, disobedience and impoliteness with parents, and we said that it is very dangerous since Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mentioned it as a dangerous sin which is directly after shirk. So shirk is the most dangerous sin, because if you have shirk then you will stay in Jahannam for good, and the one next to it is uquq al-walidayn. And we said yesterday that if there is one person, Muslim, who's drinking alcohol, who have a girlfriend, so he's drinking and he's doing zina, but he is kind to his parents, this is better than a sheikh who is hafiz, who is alim, and he never drink, he never do zina, but he is bad, he's impolite with his parents. And we mentioned some examples of impoliteness with the parents. We said the first thing is to make them sad by any means. So impoliteness to parents can lead to the cursing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and examples of this, first is to make them sad by any means, to harm their feelings, or to make them cry. To make them cry, this is a very big major sin, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can destroy all of your hasanat because of this. Second, to talk to them in a bad way and to raise your voice while you are talking to them. And we said that when you talk to your father or your mother, your voice has to be lower than their voice. You cannot raise your voice more than your father or your mother's voice. This is impoliteness. The third is to show that you are not satisfied, you are not comfortable with what they are telling you to do. Because the parents, they have the right to advise you, and they have the right also to tell you, to order you, not only advising. This type of thing that now I am grown up, now I can take my decisions, they can advise me but they cannot tell me. No, this is wrong. They can forever tell you. And we said before that for the Muslim man, his parents can always tell him to do and he must listen to them. The Muslim woman, before marriage, her parents can always tell her and she must listen to them. After marriage, then her husband has more rights than her parents. So if her father told her something and her husband told her something else, then she has to obey her husband. And also, this is the same between the parents. As we said yesterday, if your father tell you to do something and your mother tell you to do something else, then you have to obey your father. Why? Because your mother has the duty to obey your father because he is her husband. But on the other hand, you have to be more kind with your mother than your father, because your mother, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, preferred the mother on the father in terms of kindness and serving her and showing love to this mother, because she is the one who have exerted much more effort with you than your father. The fourth is to look at them in a way that you are showing disrespect to them. To look to your father like this, or to look like this, to tighten your eyebrows, or to look like this in his face, open your eyes like this and look in his eyes. This is impoliteness. Even if you did not say anything, even if you did not shout, this is a very big sin, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may curse you for this. The fifth is to order them. You must do this You do as I tell you. This is big haram to do with your parents. Now brother want to join. So it is a big haram to speak to your parents in the way of telling them or ordering them. This is a very big major sin. Sixth is to show that you don't like the food that your mother make. You discriminate. You criticize. You criticize the food that your mother make for you. If you don't like it, don't eat it. But don't tell her that your food is bad. This is a very big harm to her, to your mother, because your mother always do her best to make you happy. Regarding food, regarding washing your clothes, regarding anything, your mother is the most one is the one that she gave her life for you, and she sacrificed her life for you, and her children are the most important people in her life. Then she will do her best always. So as long as you know that she have done her best to do something, even if this thing that you did not like, it was not perfect at the end, or it was not the way that you liked to be, then you must know that she have done her best, and you cannot criticize what she have done. So this is a big harm for the mother if you do this. Number 7, not to listen to them when they are speaking to you. When they are speaking to you, if you are working the laptop and your father is speaking and you know that he is speaking to you, if you look to the other side, if you go away while he is speaking, this is big impoliteness, neglecting your parents. You think that you are grown up. Now I am a big man. You cannot tell me I'm not a child anymore. You will be always a child to your parents. You will be always a child. And all of this we have said yesterday, but we are revising. To criticize your parents at the front of other people, to tell bad things about them at the front of the others, to backbite them, is a big mistake and big major sin. 9, to insult them, to tell your father you are non-educated, even if he is. You wouldn't have been brought to life without your father, without your mother. Those non-educated people, because of them that now you are educated. You cannot tell your father like this, your mother like this. This is one of the biggest major sins. So those things that we are telling, they are not of the same size, they are not of the same danger. So for example, to show that you are not comfortable and you don't accept what they are telling you, just to show, to look at their face in a bad way, in impolite way, to criticize the food that your mother make, to leave them or to neglect them when they are talking to you. This is less dangerous than making them cry, or insulting them, or ordering them, or criticizing them at the front of other people, or insulting them. So those are less dangerous than those, and all of them are disobedience and impoliteness with them, and all of them Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can curse you for. The 10th is to make problems at the front of them with your brothers and sisters or with your wife. And we will come to the hadith, one hadith at the end of our talking about how you about someone who was preferring his wife and his mother. To make problems with your brothers, especially if you are the eldest, at the front of your parents, this makes them very angry and very sad. This hurt them because they don't love any one of you more than the other. And if you fight together, especially if you are grown-ups, if you are children, children always fight. But if you are grown up and you fight together, mean that because of this fight, one of you can get injured because you are not children. You can harm each other, you can injure each other, you can, maybe someone's arm can be broken. So, especially if you are grown-ups and you are two boys, for example, and you are fighting, quarreling with each other at the front of your parents, this is a big harm for them. A big harm. 11 is to spoil the reputation. Spoil the reputation. Like, by what? For example, your father known as a respected man, and he's known to be the one who educated you very well. And then you go, for example, in Saturday evening with your friends to the city center. Even if you are not going to a bar, even if you are not going to sleep with a girl to do zina, going to such places where bad people are, this spoils the reputation of your father, who is respected among the others. If you don't care about your own reputation, it is not only yours, because people know that you are the son of this man. Especially if your father or your mother are known among people as respected and religious people, then you are not free for your actions. Someone can say, I'm just going out with my friends, I'm not going to drink, we will just go around in the city. You're going around where? Because there is one important thing here. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam prohibited drinking alcohol and prohibited sitting with people while they are drinking alcohol also. Meaning that you are not allowed as a Muslim to exist in a place where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is while people are disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or doing the haram. You are not allowed to do the haram, and you are not allowed to be with them when they are doing the haram. So to go to any place where the haram is being done, this is haram itself, and it spoils your reputation and spoils your parents' reputation. So if you don't care about your reputation, then you have to care for your parents' reputation, because spoiling their reputation is haram also. So you have done two haram things: going into a place where haram is being done and spoiling the reputation of your parents. So as we said before, especially regarding alcohol, the Muslim is haram for him, and this is a correct hadith. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the one who believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the day of judgment, he must not sit on a table where wine is being served. And this doesn't mean that the table only. For example, they are drinking in the room and they are drinking in a table. Okay, I will sit on the chair which is not beside the table. Now I'm not in the hadith. No, this is not what I meant. What the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam meant. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam meant not to be with them in the same place. If you are in a place that all people or most of the people are drinking, then you are not allowed to be there. You are not allowed to be there. Only in one condition: if you are not going to sit there, because some brothers from Tabligh sometimes they go to this place to bring Muslims from there to masjid, and not anyone is qualified to do this. They don't take anyone to do this. For example, if someone is not religious Muslim, he's just doing salah and he knows very little information, then he shouldn't go. But only someone, and they don't go when they don't go as individuals, they go as a group, and they go in the purpose to take Muslims, because there are many Muslim boys go to these places, and many Muslim girls go to those places. And it is very sad to see some Muslim girls wear very short blouse and showing their arms and shoulders